Selling the OC Season 4 has damn near a whole new cast, and one of them in particular has brought drama all the way from San Diego to the OC. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Selling the OC Season 4, episodes 1 through 4, so if you haven't seen them yet and you do not want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on episodes 1 through 4, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation, and give this video a like and a hype before you go. Honestly, before I even jump into what's happening in this batch of episodes, I really have to tell y'all about all the changes that have happened in the office, because literally half of the faces in the office are brand new. Sean is gone, Kayla is gone, Alexandra Harper is gone, Jarvis is gone, Rose is gone, and I'm running out of fingers on this hand, or I've run out of fingers on this hand, but Tyler is also gone, but we're gonna have more on him later. So I cannot believe that I'm starting off this video by talking about someone who's been in the office for all of 45 seconds, but alas, Ashtyn has to go first. And I want to start by saying this. I have never been pregnant. I know that it comes with all of these hormonal changes and all this stuff, but if I'm being very honest, I feel like Ashtyn is using it as something to hide behind and as an excuse. She's definitely putting 35 on 10. I mean, she's literally crying white woman tears every 15 minutes and then being like, I'm pregnant, I'm emotional, I'm hormonal. As far as strategy goes, it's working for her because people are like, oh, you're pregnant, you're hormonal, that's why you're crying.
Are you pregnant?
No, I know. Hold on, every time you cry, I'm literally gonna, I freak out because I don't want the baby to stress.
But she also said the thing that she said and then got into this argument and then started crying after she didn't like the way that the argument was going. Is that also because she's pregnant? Like, is she kind of acting shady because she's pregnant? I didn't know that was part of the hormones that happen, but let me know if I'm wrong. I wish I could say that she's doing it for the show, for the cameras, because this is her first season, but apparently she's like this in the San Diego office too, and they ain't never been on camera.
You've worked with Ashtyn in San Diego, right?
The first time I met her, she said, yeah, you know, I know everyone in San Diego and I know all of their drama.
She said the same thing to me about Orange County.
So Ashtyn is one of 3 new faces in the OC office this season that is coming from the San Diego office, which I didn't even know they had a San Diego office, but apparently they do. As of right now, Ashtyn is commuting from OC to San Diego back and forth. So I guess she's working at both offices. We all know by now that season 3 left off with a lot of drama between Alex Hall and Tyler. If you don't know and you're like, what are you talking about? I did a recap on season 3. I'll link it below. That being said, I don't know why Ashtyn thought that as the new girl in the office, it was her place to tell Alex Hall that Tyler was double timing her with some other woman when they were dating. Alex Hall says they weren't dating. I think they were dating, but why did Ashtyn think that was her? You don't even know this woman, nor do you know Tyler.
I was out. Sorry, I have anxiety telling you.
Oh my God, you're scaring me.
I was out to dinner with another agent from OC, and he told me that the entire time that you and Tyler were seeing each other, that he had a secret girlfriend.
I knew about this.
You knew about it already?
Laguna's a very small town.
On top of her not knowing them, my other thing is, why does it matter? They're not together anymore. Apparently it's been 1.5 to 2 years since all of that stuff happened. They do film a year ahead, so it makes sense. But why does it matter currently? I could understand if you were coming to Alex and being like, your boyfriend that you're with right now, yeah, I heard through the grapevine that he got another woman. But you're telling her about an ex. Why does it matter? And then for her to use the excuse or to try to rationalize it later on at Gio's party and be like, but what if you didn't know and I was the first person telling you? Yeah, girl, what if? What if you were the first person telling her as a stranger, basically? Why would somebody want a stranger to tell them something like that?
Your boyfriend, or whoever you thought Tyler was at the time, is cheating on you.
Could you imagine if you didn't know, Alex?
Imagine if you didn't know and I was the first person to tell you.
I don't know, something about Ashtyn just ain't sitting right with me. Especially considering the fact that she wasn't even working at the OC office when this happened. Girl, what dog do you have in this fight? And I think it's very funny that Alex Hall was saying, oh, you know, I don't dislike Ashtyn. I just think she's kind of boring. Yeah, she showed real quick she could turn that boring up a notch. I bet she doesn't think she's boring now. In fact, currently, Ashtyn is at the center of pretty much all the drama on this show so far. Hall also said that she didn't like Fiona, and I find it funny that they're kind of becoming besties now. But it's only because of their shared hatred for Ashtyn. An enemy of my enemy is a friend? Is that what it? An enemy of my enemy is a friend. Yeah, because if you an enemy of somebody that I don't like, then that makes you my friend because we on the same, yeah, exactly that what I just said. At Gio's party, Hall told her, look, Ashtyn, girl, chill out. You're pregnant, I understand, because Hall does have a son, like a pretty older son, like a 15-year-old son, I'm pretty sure. But if I'm being honest, that's more of an olive branch than I think Hall should have extended her, because she was causing drama. And like I said, she pulled this, I'm pregnant and crying. She tried to pull that after the fact. It's like, no, girl, but you still said what you said. Stand on it. Clearly, Ashtyn is the conductor on the gossip train. But when Alex was talking to her, she was like, you're a little gossipy.
You're a little gossipy. A little bit? A little bit. What's this much? What's this much?
She's not a little gossipy. She is the gossip. She's the source. And also, she knows that because that's what she's trying to be. You can very clearly tell that Ashtyn came on this show with an agenda. And you don't see that too often with this show in particular. I feel like people, you know, the cameras are there, they know, but they just go about life as normal. For me, I feel like Ashtyn is very much playing it up for the cameras. And not playing it up in the sense that she's lying, but like she is being a little dramatic. I don't know. It's interesting because I think this is her actual personality. Like, I think she's a messy person. So I don't think she's playing up the mess, but I think she's purposely doing it in front of the camera. Like, if that makes sense, I think she's purposely trying to be the villain. Do not fall for these tears. Do not fall for this hyperventilation. I think Hall was absolutely right when she said,
You opened up that can, so that's just why I'm like, can I trust you?
Because I don't trust her either. I'm actually really sitting here trying to figure out why Ashtyn decided to bring her pregnant ass to Gio's party at all. I don't want any parents or pregnant people attacking. I know that pregnancy shouldn't stop her fun. I know that motherhood shouldn't stop your fun. I know that parenthood shouldn't stop you from being yourself. You should always continue to be yourself. And I would be on board with all of that with Ashtyn if she actually did go there to enjoy herself, but that's not what she went there for. She went there to be the drama. She specifically waited until everybody sat down for dinner and then brought up this situation with Fiona. And it's like, again, she also went out of her way to insert herself into Fiona's situation, telling her that her man had just come out of an engagement when they got together. And what, girl, did he just come out of a marriage, or did he cheat on her? If not, what's the significance of this, and why does it matter to you as someone who does not really know what's going on in their relationship? And then there was some back and forth between Fiona and Ashtyn on if that's what she really said, because Fiona tried to say, oh, that's not what I had said. I think that's what she had said.
I think that what I was trying to say might have been misconstrued.
You said that he was about to propose to her.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said.
I'm definitely gonna put my bet on the fact that that's exactly what she said. And then her eating those chips like that probably would have sent me over the edge, because you could tell the way that she was eating, it was very matter of fact, if that's the right phrase I want to use. Like, she was taking them one by one and then crunching them, you know, ever so matter of factly. It would annoy me. Listen, she's taking this pregnancy as an opportunity to say whatever she wants, because she knows nobody can't beat her ass right now. And being mad that Fiona called her business partner and told her, look, get your friend in check. How you mad at that? You, again, manufactured all this drama. My thing is, Ashtyn does a little gossip. Fiona did a little gossip to her business partner. What's the difference? It's all going to get to everybody anyway. This is being filmed, and she knows that. There was one part, too, where she was having that argument with Fiona, and she was crying, but there were no tears. She was just like, why would you say that? Why would you say that to me? Face just dry.
Why did you do that to me? What do you not like about me that caused you to do that?
Now, she did eventually get some tears to form, but they was a little later than she would have liked to have them. And I think that's why everybody at the table was looking like, what is happening right now? Because what exactly was happening? It's like Ashtyn is a toddler who just learned that pretending to cry can get you what you want. And the thing is, Brandi told her exactly what Brandi said one of the last seasons.
One thing about them tables, they turn. Watch the way you move, because that same way that you found out that information, somebody could have something to say about you.
When it is your time, because it will be, and people are talking about you, don't say a word. Technically, Ashtyn did take that advice because she didn't say a word. She did cry a lot, though. And actually, now that I think about it, that might be her MO, whether she's pregnant or not. I think she is a white woman tears crier. When people say white woman tears, these are the exact type of tears that we're talking about. Just strictly to get sympathy. Now, do y'all think that Alex Hall and Tyler are going to get back together? Because I do. For me, whether they like it or not, they have this connection, and I think that anybody can see that they have this connection. I know Hall has Ian right now, but she might not have him by the end of the season. I don't know. I feel like her and Tyler might spin the block. Tyler definitely wants to spin the block, for sure. Hall is a little hesitant, but hesitant doesn't mean that she might not change her mind. Sometimes you just have that strong of a connection with someone that no matter what happens between you two, you always come back to each other. And that's what I see their relationship being. And so they really have no choice but to be around each other. They're just going to naturally gravitate back. And the reason that I really say that is because we found out that he actually did her dirtier than we thought, or at least dirtier than I thought. I did say that I felt like Tyler was using Hall as a rebound, but if he would have strictly used her as a rebound, it would have been better than what he actually did.
I truly believe that there's a possibility that your ex-wife thought that I was the other woman in the equation.
Before being legally divorced, I was dating other people. But
that's what I'm saying, and I took the fucking fall for that. I had deals over like $50,000 worth of business canceled on me.
And I really, really, really wish I could go back and do so much differently.
And maybe Hall should have listened to Brandi when she said, girl, you were looking like the other woman, because that's kind of what Tyler wanted her to look like for some reason. I don't know.
It's not about what you're doing. It's about the way things look. That was my whole argument with Polly. That was the whole argument.
A flying fuck.
Exactly. We know that.
Clearly, she did give a flying fuck. Tyler allowing her reputation to be tarnished like that, allowing her to lose deals, plural, because of that, you shouldn't be able to forgive something like that, right? That should be something that is unforgivable. And yet here they are moving forward. Not as a couple, but even as friends. I mean, would a friend do that to you? Let alone someone that you were dating, or dating, as she wants to say. Tyler is saying that he was in a rough patch. He was in the middle of a divorce, but I think it has become very clear from that conversation alone that he was cheating on his wife with this other mystery woman who we don't know, probably won't ever know. It's neither here nor there. It's clearly that he was cheating on his wife with that woman. His wife clearly didn't know who the woman was. His wife found out, they proceed to get divorced, and then he starts messing around with Hall, and so naturally his wife is gonna think that the woman is Hall, and he let her think that. So much so that his wife was going on podcasts slandering Hall's name, and it wasn't really slander on the wife's part because she truly believed it. And that's why when he got divorced, Hall somehow got mixed into all of it. Now this isn't to say that Hall didn't do something wrong. She very clearly knew that he was going through a divorce or a separation, and she still entertained him. However, what she did not do was be the other woman. What she did not do is help him cheat on his wife, and that's the picture that was painted, and Tyler allowed that picture to be painted. And after that conversation that they had at Gio's Brokers Open, he was looking like he was still in love with her. Not loved her, in love with her. And for me, that was confirmed at Gio's birthday party when he did confess his love for her.
Regardless of all the shit that we've been through, I really, really, really love you. A list of a fucking million things that I wish I could do differently in my life. 999 of them are about us.
At this point, go ahead and give Tyler and Hall their own spinoff, because this is damn near a telenovela. Shout out to all the telenovelas. And it's the reason that I say they're probably going to end up spinning the block, even though Ian is currently in the picture. And honestly, it feels like Ian kind of feels that way too. He was like, I want to know that she's all in on me. And if it takes her having a conversation to wrap things up with Tyler for that to happen, then okay. But he also said it like he kind of knows they might have some unfinished business, which I think they do. For me, I know that Gio obviously asked Ian to come to the party because he is Hall's boyfriend, and he wanted Tyler there because Tyler is all of their friends. So I understand having both of them there, but I don't think both of them should have been there. It's very awkward. Like, I could feel the tension through the screen, especially between Tyler and Ian. Hall didn't seem too bothered. All of that said, I genuinely do think that Tyler needed to have this moment with Hall where he just cried it out. You could tell that those emotions, that was really the first time that those emotions came out. So I think he needed that, and I think that was therapeutic and beneficial for both of them, really. I will say though, I don't know if that was them wrapping it up. It feels like that may have been them starting it again, but time will tell. Outside of the situation with Hall, Tyler also had his own mending of relationships to do, because apparently he didn't just cut her off. He cut everybody off. He completely left the brokerage. He didn't talk to Austin for like 18 months or something like that. He didn't talk to anybody. He even had to meet up with Polly and kind of make sure that she was okay. And so by the time of Gio's birthday party, they're all buddy-buddy again. I also wanted to say, in this scene right here, I felt like they gave Tyler way too much of an intro for someone who's not even a part of this show for real anymore. Let's talk about Fiona Bell. I really, really like Fiona. I really, really like her. And I do think that Ashtyn is intimidated by her.
She talked about my age so much to the point where I was like, you're really hung up on that. I don't like that she was trying to make me feel like I don't deserve to be at this office, because I know that I'm 23, but I deserve to be here and I'm good at my job.
Maybe rightfully so. Fiona Bell is very intelligent and strategic.
I am from Orange County. So Orange County real estate isn't new for me. I started working in San Diego to build my portfolio along the California coast.
That's a very strategic move, in my opinion, because now you know the real estate industry in multiple locations, not just this one county, not just this one city. I think it's genius. Now, of course, Gio had to give her the Gio welcome package, and that's him being a petty Patricia. Gio truly, with every fiber of his being, cannot stand newbies. He does not like a person who is green. And I mentioned this in my recap video. Gio's mom is a real estate mogul, and so he feels like he's kind of the heir to that, and he's very entitled.
I am the best man to sell Cyprus. I've worked my ass off in this office for years and years. I've made Jason a shit ton of money. And frankly, it's Newport Beach. I mean, this is my turf.
He doesn't like new people because he feels like they're just getting in the way of houses that he could be having. And so he treats new people in a very obvious, condescending way.
How long have you been at that office down there?
I've been in real estate for like a year and a half.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sell anything yet?
I have sold, yes.
He was expecting her to say no, she hasn't sold any houses. Look, Fiona Bell is not Alexandria Harper, okay? She came here with drive and determination, and she is ready. I really do think she's a very good real estate agent, and I think she's gonna do amazing in the OC. And because of all that, she gets her first official OC listing. Bluebird. It's a beautiful house. Or if you ask Polly, it's a shoebox. But it's a beautiful shoebox. Now, for once, I actually agree. It is a very small house. I mean, what was it, 900 something square feet? Under 1,200, I think, is even abnormal for an apartment these days. But in this situation, you are absolutely paying for location, location, location. And of course, the views that are gonna come with this house. I think it's very cute. It's only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I can't really see a family living here unless they had like a newborn child, because the 1-bathroom situation, it just feels like it doesn't work with 3 people or more. I don't even think it really works with 2 people. I think everybody should have their own bathroom, if I'm being real. So clearly this is like a starter home, basically. This home would be the best, in my opinion, for a single person, because they would use one room as their room, one room as either a guest room or an office, and then they'd have the 1 bathroom. That's what I see this house. This is kind of like a starter home. And for $2 million in Southern California, that's pretty much starter home price, if we're being real. Now, because she is new to the OC, she tries to bring Polly onto this listing and say, look, can you help me with it? Let me know 60-40, you know, what split do you think would be appropriate for this house? And Polly tells her, girl, you could sell this house on your own. And I love that Polly did that. One, I love that she wasn't money hungry and tried to cut her out and tried to take some of her money off of that deal, because it's only $2 million. And once you give Jason and Brett their cut, you're not really going to be left with much. But I'm also really happy that Polly empowered her and said, girl, you can do this on your own. You don't need to co-list this. And I do think she can do it on her own, and I know that she will. I have a lot of faith in Fiona Bell. I really like her. I do. I'm rooting for her. Next up is Kaylee, new to the OC office as well, by way of Newport. Also did not know they had a Newport office. They got way more locations than I thought they did. I really thought they was just LAOC. I'm coming to find out they got places all over. Again, I really like Kaylee. I think she's smart. I think she's ambitious. And I think she's going to do well at the OC office. She obviously sells houses, but in addition to that, she also owns rental properties. Rental properties or event spaces. She has more than just the selling side of real estate, which I think is amazing. They always say you got to diversify your feed, diversify your portfolio and diversify your income. And she's very good at doing that. I don't think that is Airbnb. It sounds more like elevated Airbnb in the sense that she's not running it through an app, but she just has these connections for these houses in which she either rents out or holds events, weddings and stuff like that. Or where celebrities go to just get away for a while. Secluded, that type of stuff.
I got my start out at Coachella doing luxury vacation rentals, and that snowballed into me getting my license about 5 years ago now.
I have access to hundreds of houses in the desert, and in that 1 month, I can rent out the same house 3 times, and that rental commission equates to essentially the sale of a house. So these are some pretty serious numbers we're talking.
Because if you can afford to rent out a house like this, do you really use Airbnb? I feel like the answer is no. And I think it's a smart business move because if I'm not mistaken, Airbnb is a dying business model because it's all of a sudden become way more costly in time and money than a hotel where people will just do everything for you. Me personally, I love a good hotel stay. I do. I like Airbnb if I plan to cook for obvious reasons, but if I'm really trying to relax, hotel me any day over an Airbnb. This house right here is insane though. Gorgeous wedding venue, and it even has a barn, which I think is super cute. Now, as I said, Kaylee, of course, also sells houses, and she is currently looking for a house for adult film star Riley Reid, who I have never heard of. I mean, the name sounds familiar, but it might just sound familiar because I've seen her on this show. I don't know. And Gio was on her head for trying to find Riley Reid a house in the OC.
I mean, don't you think OC might be a tad bit conservative for a client like that?
I don't give a shit, and she doesn't either. So it doesn't really matter. We'll just find her a place that has welcoming neighbors.
That's just gonna be hard to do, I'm
really
saying, in
thick
OC.
walls.
I'll be fine.
I don't think they filmed
I'm not worried
before
about you. I'm worried about your client.
Because as I mentioned before, the OC is kind of the south of Southern California, if that makes sense. It's conservative, it's white, it's Christian. And so on one hand, I understand what Gio's saying. An adult film star probably would not feel comfortable in the OC. I mean, same. I also don't try to go to the OC that often. It's a beautiful city and it's not all bad, but let's just say the OC is where you would find certain type of rallies during certain election years. Okay, like the OC is not a place I'm trying to go. And Riley Reid is kind of the antithesis of that. And if I'm being real, I think that Gio feels uncomfortable around her. And he was definitely judging her, even though he tried to keep it cute by masking it as jokes.
Yeah, you can do whatever and whoever you like. Everything is nature.
Oh, I love all the wood.
I'm sure you do. Here's the money shot.
The money shot. I love it.
However, at the same time, people in the OC, I don't care how conservative and Christian they are, y'all don't get to live in segregated neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Because of how strong they lean, they do keep people out who they don't want there. And then they kind of create this, for lack of a better phrase, conservative utopia. And it is very segregated. And why do they have the right to do that? You know, it would be, I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. But part of me feels like, no, move into their neighborhoods. Because why should they be the only ones who get to enjoy this beautiful city? It's a beautiful city. The beaches are cleaner than the beaches in LA. So yeah, I don't know. I have feelings about it, but those are just my feelings as someone who grew up in LA. So, but honestly, for me, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because clearly they only showed her that house just to say that they showed it to her. She was never gonna move into that house, mostly because of the fact that she's Riley Reid and she does have a very heavy fan base, and she would never want her fans to know where she lives. And you could look at that house and go walk up and down the OC and find that house. So why would she move into a house that people saw her move into on this show? So obviously she wasn't gonna move in there. Parasocial relationships are too crazy for her to even attempt to do that. Can I also say something that I found very strange? And look, I am no prude. You guys have heard me say that this office in particular seems to be very involved with everyone's sexual goings on, and I don't really care what they got going on because why does it matter to selling houses? But I did find it very strange that when Riley Reid was in the OC, she had fans who wanted to collectively as a group came up to her, and it's like, y'all realize that y'all are saying that y'all only know her because y'all do unmentionables while watching her. Like, y'all have collectively agreed that that is why y'all know her, and y'all are admitting to her that that's why y'all know her. I just found it weird. Very strange that they're like, yeah, we all want to take a picture with you and we're all well aware that the only reason we know you is because of, and no one found that to be odd. I think somebody even said that they were a fan of her work. Like, what?
Excuse me.
You crazy.
What are you guys all doing over there?
Go take a picture.
Would you guys like a picture? Are you over 18 years old?
All right, let me take a picture.
She's literally like Ariana Grande.
Of porn.
Of porn.
All right, guys, look happy. Wow, so many of you.
Now, I don't have too much on everybody else. Gio has this $17 million listing. Apparently, it's the most expensive listing he's ever had. So I guess he didn't end up getting Kayla's listing from last season, which I really want to know if she sold that or not. I think she sold it. This $17 million listing is immaculate. I think it is the best staircase that I have ever seen in any of these series or spinoffs or whatever. The way that it was lit up, the way that it was black, oh, it's just beautiful. Just such a sexy staircase. And the stove alone cost $90,000. I actually am shocked that it's only $17 million. I think that Gio was right. It is a steal at that amount. Man, I really do feel like this show is giving me like a financial version of brain rot. You know, y'all, everybody knows what brain rot is at this point. We're all trying to escape it on the daily. But this show is making me financially brain-ridden. I just termed that phrase. It's making me financially brain-ridden because I'm looking at this house and I'm going, oh, $17 million? Child's play for this house. When I can't afford I can't even afford a $1 million house, which is the standard in Los Angeles. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, $17 million for that? That is a steal. And it's like, I don't know, I just feel a little corrupted. Like, I shouldn't think that because I can't afford it, but I do think that that is a steal for that house. I can't deny it. It's the same house that he was showing for his brokers open. I think that the house is beautiful and it's just stunning. I hope that he makes the deal. He has 6 months before the listing expires, so I hope he does it. On to Austin. Him and his wife had another baby, which if you watch my recap, I think that's quite interesting because Austin said he didn't want another baby. But maybe they really thoroughly talked it out. Maybe they worked on some of those issues and they are work okay now. It's a son, so I think they'll maybe stop now. They have the twin girls, they have the boy. They should be good. Brandi is still in her athlete bag. I don't know if she was able to get a whole division worked on, but maybe in my mind I'm thinking division is like this whole grand thing when really it's just if anyone comes through to try to buy a house that's in the sports industry, they go to Brandi. It might just be that. So I'm happy to see that that's what she's doing. Again, Brandi is staying out of drama. I surely did not see her at Gio's birthday party. She keeps a very low profile. Love that for her. Because we all know how black women tend to get portrayed on reality TV. I love the fact that we know she's there. She makes a presence when she needs to, but she's really about her business, and I just love that about her. And then Polly kissed Tyler and apparently also wants to kiss his dad.
So any excuse she can make to feed
Is he hot?
Such a baby. Yeah.
Ooh, I love a hot dad.
So there's that. As for the twins, they have this house on Cyprus. Jason bought it for $7 million, fixed it up, and is now selling it for $15 million. And apparently it's the biggest house in Newport Beach. It has a 14-car garage, which, see, this is where my financial brain rot doesn't come in. Because even if you can have 14 different cars, why? I need someone with money to explain, like real money to explain why one would need that many cars. Why 2 people would need that many cars? Why would 3 people? Why would 5 people need 14 cars? 14 people need 14 cars. And maybe it's just because I have been driving my second car for years. I bought my second car brand new, and don't get excited when I say brand new. It was the cheapest car on the lot, the base model, but I bought it brand new. I paid it off and I'm still using it now. And I literally will continue to use it until the wheels fall off. They're just shaking right now, but they might be getting close, but like, I don't understand the point of having 14 cars. Okay, I get you want to wake up one day, you want to match it with your outfit, but 14 of them? It's only 7 days in a week. So at most 1 car a day for, I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to do mental gymnastics to make it make sense, and it just does not make sense. Nobody should have 14 cars. I'm gonna just say it. Now, more exciting than this house having a 14-car garage, all of the agents are competing for who's gonna sell it. And for me, particularly, this is an interesting case. I know they always have to compete, but this in particular is interesting because this house is very close to an airport. And if I'm paying $17 million for a house, I don't want to be woken up at night by your red eye.
That's the only downside, right here.
Very special buyer, but
It's gonna be a hard sell. You're gonna have to really sell somebody on $17 million for a house that planes are directly flying over. So I'm very interested to see who gets it and how they approach selling it. I hope they show that. Let's get into a few more of these houses. There's this $30 million listing on the beach, 4 stories, insane. Interestingly enough, they think it's overpriced. They think it should be more like 21, so that's interesting. Polly has this remodel with the pool. The pool is so pretty. This house, when I saw it, it just felt like a little slice of heaven. Like it feels like a normal house. We see so many extravagant houses on this show, and I feel like this house looks like a normal house. Like, of course it's updated, it's modern, but it looks just like a quiet little place to be in a cute neighborhood, a real neighborhood that's not all billion-dollar houses. It's not too flashy. I think it's cute. Hall has this house with the rotating living room, which is very 70s, very 60s, 70s. Because apparently rich people can't just get up and turn their body around. They have to have their living room literally rotate.
This is crazy.
It's kind of fast, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So you can watch your TV.
And then you get to see the beautiful view.
And then Ashtyn has this $25 million house with an actual salon in it. The closet in this house is an apartment, and there's 2 of them, his and hers. The entire property is amazing. I gotta give it up to her. I know she coming off is not that great, but I gotta give it up to her. This house is immaculate, in my opinion. I hope she get it. She did say she wanted them to come down a little bit on it, but when we're talking double-digit millions, this season is already off to a wild start, mostly because of Ashtyn. She's fully leaning into being a villain, so I can only imagine what the next 4 episodes are gonna bring us. But I guess we will see. I'm going to have my commentary up on the next 4 episodes in real time for y'all. It's gonna be tomorrow, but for me, I still need to go watch it. So I'll have that up for you tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts on this batch, and until then, I'll see you later. Bye! And none of them in particular has brought, and one of them from San Diego. So, okay. From the top, all the way from San Diego. Do I know how to say San Diego? Because twice now I've said San Diego. From the top again. This is very indicative of how this recording session is gonna go. There might be bloopers up the wazoo. Oh, that was nice. Oh, my battery's about to die. Battery's about to die. That's okay, I got my other one on deck on the charger right now because I come prepared. 94.7, ooh, 94.7 the way. Girl, whose hair is that? Oh, that's from my wig. Let me make sure my mic is on. Because, girl, if I record this whole damn video and this shit ain't on, I'll be pissed. Okay, good. Sometimes you just gotta get up and check. Because, you know, recording, mics are on. Girl, not the gut trying to come out. Leave your brother alone. See, he's loafing right now. He's just living his best loaf life. He's a bun loaf. Loaf for bun. I crack myself up. I'm gonna just insert the clip. I don't need to say it. Yeah, I think it's genius and I think it's smart. That would be the same thing. I really like Kaylee or Kylie. I think it's I'm thinking of Kylie Jenner because I just watched a YouTube video on King Kylie and all that stuff. So that's why I'm thinking about that. But anyway, Kaylee. This is not a test.